No, because you know how I feel. I don't think the man is a crybaby. Hey, put some respect on Kevin Durant's name. He's one of the greats. Kevin Durant and Steve Kerr, this relationship is just so weird. Okay, it's been weird since Kevin Durant was there. Okay, it's been weird. And we know what happened, what went down in Golden State. We know that night of the Clippers game when Draymond did not pass the ball to Kevin Durant, and all of this started to happen. Okay, so Steve Kerr goes on a podcast, not a podcast show, whatever. He goes on and he talks about that the team last season, when they won 15 games, not 1, not 20, not 40, not 60, not 73, not even a first round appearance. Not even a play-in spot. He said it was a great season, great moment, was enjoyable. How so? Now, this is Steve Kerr's full quote from the podcast. The first 4 years of our run, the coaching was way more fun. We were joyful and everything. It was really simple, no agendas. Okay, that's kind of weird to me. He's saying no agendas. Like he's saying some people had agendas under the rug. They had their own thing. We know who we talking about, okay? He didn't name no names, indirectly talking about Kevin Durant. We know this. He's not talking about Steph. He's not talking about Clay. He's not talking about Draymond Green. He's not talking about the 13 man on the bench. He is talking about Kevin Durant. Simple as that. Okay, so he says that agenda. Everybody had an agenda, Steve Kerr. You had an agenda. Your agenda was to get Kevin Durant, because you know when you had KD, you was going to win that championship. You know when you have Clay, Steph, Draymond, and KD, you're basically unstoppable. You know that, Steve Kerr. That was your agenda as a coach, to get the best players. And I don't know how this man can literally sit here and say that was more fun. Maybe it was. See, okay, it's two sides to look at this. Okay, we can look at it just from a straight basketball perspective. Okay, basketball perspective. Okay, it's nothing. It's not fun losing. It's not fun losing. But now, when you look at it from a human perspective, we know that this had to be between Kevin Durant and Steve Kerr. The relationship, it was just not good. It wasn't the best. Okay, and Kevin Durant said that. It just wasn't the best relationship a player can have with a coach. And does a player need to have a great relationship with a coach to be at his top level? Not necessarily. You don't have to have a great buddy-buddy relationship. Buddy-buddy relationship. But you do need to have respect for one another, and they had that. But this agenda, so he's saying Kevin Durant basically had an agenda indirectly. See, there's one thing about when you're going on these podcasts, okay? When you're going on these podcasts and you going on these shows, it's like you being at home. It's like you just relaxing, you in a cup on your own home. You forget that you on Zoom. You forget that you on the camera. You lay back and you just say what you want to say. Yeah, man, you know what? That 15 win team, it was more fun than the 2019 run, because everybody had agendas and stuff. People were trying to leave. People didn't want to commit to the team. And we heard that during the season of Kevin Durant, players calling him out, saying that he's not committed to the team, man. Oh my goodness, it's just freaking crazy. So you saying somebody had an agenda when your agenda the whole time was to use that man, and not to like use him like, okay, come here, but was to get Kevin Durant on your team to win a championship. Okay, that was your agenda, Steve Kerr. Kevin Durant's agenda was to win a championship. He did that. Everybody's agenda got completed. Okay, it got completed. Kevin Durant tried that three-peat, put his whole career on the line for the team. And you still go out here, you still say people had agendas. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then last year, things kind of went haywire. Even though we went to the finals, it was difficult. I enjoyed last season. We had the worst record in the league. More than I enjoyed last season when we went to the finals. This is not speaking from a basketball perspective. It's not. This has to do with Kevin Durant. In a discussion, this has to do with Kevin Durant. Because we had guys last year who were trying every day, working hard. We had a great energy, great spirit. Okay, you had great energy, a great spirit. Really, Steve? Really? So the the vibe around Golden State, it was pretty weird the last season, okay? All the noise, the media literally asking Kevin Durant questions every single day of where are you going next season, every single day. It wasn't a good vibe. Then the Draymond thing happened against the Clippers. It just wasn't a good vibe at all in Golden State because everybody already knew. They took that deep breath and like, yeah, KD's leaving. And he did end up leaving. Okay. Like you said, losing sucked. But what you want is a good vibe. You want to look forward to going to the gym every day and seeing everybody. Last year was tough. It really was tough last year. When we lost to Toronto in the finals, there was just a lot going on. So a lot going on. Some that you know about, and some that you don't know about. See, this is talking about a relationship. When somebody say it was a lot going on, some things you know about, some things you don't know about. We know about Steve Kerr and Kevin Durant's relationship. It wasn't that great. And some things we don't know about. Some things we might never know. So this has to do with the relationship with Kevin Durant. Maybe other players, but most likely everybody knows he's talking about Kevin Durant. And that's why Kevin Durant responded and said, this is hilarious. Okay, it's freaking hilarious. Like, how can you say that? It's like a slap in this man's face who put his career on the line to help you all get your 4th championship, Steve Kerr. Don't forget that. Do not forget how Kevin Durant almost put his career on the line to help you win your 4th championship. Do not. I repeat, Steve, don't forget about that. Do not forget about that, Steve. So no. And I know Steve Kerr came back, said it was taken out of context by the media and all that. See, no, when you say stuff on podcasts, when you're so relaxed, like Kyrie Irving, he was so relaxed saying, hey, it's my first time having somebody on my team. I can look at him and say, yeah, he can hit that shot too. See, and Kevin and Kyrie said, oh, the media's blowing it up. They're taking it out of context. No, you said that, man. The media didn't say that, Kyrie. You said that. Steve Kerr, the media did not say that. You said that. So we got to keep that in mind. Keep that in your head, okay? Keep that in your head. Kevin Durant is still getting disrespected. I've never seen somebody this good, like he just always gets disrespected every single time. By Steve Kerr now. And it makes me wonder, man, what really went on? What don't we know about? Okay, I know 30 years from now, it's going to be a documentary that comes out. There's already been a book written about this, but a documentary will come out later on down the line when I'm about 50 years old, 55, and I'll be sitting back on a recliner and watching this documentary and say, hey, that's what happened. That's why Steve Kerr said what he said in 2021. So, hey, y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Was Steve Kerr out of line for what he said? Or is Kevin Durant just a crybaby? Let me know, because you know how I feel. I don't think the man is a crybaby. Hey, put some respect on Kevin Durant's name. He's one of the greats.